Your entire life is about to look very different. Everything is changing right now. And the energy for the collective that I'm channeling is you're shifting timelines. I'm also hearing very clearly whatever you're doing is working. Whatever you're doing is working. So, whatever you're doing, Spirit is saying to keep doing it. I pray this message finds the exact people it's meant to find in perfect timing. This is a timeless reading. My name is Annie. Welcome to my channel. There's like a mixture between extremely exciting energy, like, yeah, let's go, like, let's shift timelines, and then also this energy of chaos and there being a chaotic energy. So you're being asked to become the eye of the storm. You're being asked to find your center, to become present more now than ever before, so that you can allow the shifts to take place and stay anchored in your own frequency, right? Instead of getting lost in the chaos of everything changing around you, because I'm getting the energy of everything is changing. Everything is changing. Your life is going to look extremely different, if not completely different right now. However it looks right now, it's going to look completely different. For some of you, I'm getting 3 weeks. So I'm also hearing March 15th. For some of you, March 15th is very significant. I don't know what's happening on March 15th. I was hearing that all morning and I was kind of like, okay. For others of you, 3 to 6 months is very specific. So in 3 to 6 months, there's going to be a major timeline shift that happens, but it's already happening. But it's like right now is the start of how everything is going to change in 3 to 6 months. Your life's going to look completely different. So for some of you, March 15th, by then. For others of you, 3 to 6 months. For others of you, in a year's time, the shifts that you're making right now, in a year's time, you're going to look back like at this time, on this day, February 17th is when I'm posting this video. On this day, in a year, you're going to look back and you're going to laugh and you're going to be like, my life looked completely different. And the thing about this change too is you're surrendering and you're allowing spirit to move you, but you're making the changes. Like whatever you're doing is working. So whoever I'm picking up on, it's like you've been making major changes in your life and you've been like dedicated and devoted to making different changes in your life. And for some of you, it was like you kind of had to hit a little bit of a rock bottom to start making these changes. But others of you, with the Queen of Wands popping out, it's like these changes came from a place of you knowing that more was possible for you. These changes that you're making, they started from a place of passion. They started from a place of genuine, authentic desire. Meaning it wasn't anything or anyone outside of you that was getting you to make these changes. There was this deeper flame, this deeper calling within you to make these changes, and they're leading to your ultimate fulfillment and your ultimate passion. The way that life is changing right now for everyone, like I said, I'm getting this extremely exciting energy. So if I'm channeling for you right now, it's like these changes are allowing you to step into the timeline where you are fulfilled spiritually, emotionally, energetically, but mostly it's this fulfillment of like your own creative life force energy. The changes that you're making and the major life transformation that's happening right now, it's to align you with your ultimate passion and purpose. Because if you're watching this video, you know that more is possible for you, despite the insecurities, despite the fears, despite whatever limitations have been on your path, right? For many of you, it's been very hard to put food on the table, right? To have your money. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles has popped out a couple times as I've been saying all of this. It's been hard for you to kind of maintain stability, right? It's like you've had to work a job, you've had to do these projects, you've had to do these events, right? Some of you have hosted events, right? You've had to like do these certain things out of a have to, right? Rather than a genuine want to. But the thing about the changes that are happening right now and the changes that you've been making is that they're aligning you with the life that you get to live. It's like, this is like, you've been in the have to, like, I have to do this in order to pay my bills. I have to do this in order to put food on the table. I have to do this in order to have a roof over my head. And now it's like the changes that you're making and the way that spirit is transforming your life right now. Some of you, there's things being ripped out of your life. I just saw it's like a hand swooping down and like grabbing things in your life and pulling it out. And you're like, what? Like, you're literally, I'm like seeing you like, I don't know, like, bye, you know? And that's for a reason, right? And it's this dance between you making changes and then spirit also making changes in your life, right? 555 changes. 555 is all about change, right? Big change, big transformation. 555 is really also about surrender, right? There's a big, people don't often talk about surrender as associated with 555, but that's one of the biggest things. It's like surrendering to the change that's already happening. Yeah, so some of you, there have been things that have been ripped out of your life, maybe relationships, friendships. I'm hearing friendships very strongly for some of you. Maybe friends have fallen away. You've realized that you don't align with certain friends anymore. Some of you may have had a job or a career transformation, or some of you may have lost your job recently and it was very unexpected. Like, I'm getting this kind of like unexpected energy. And some of you might be feeling very kind of lost and confused even at this time. And there's a specific reason that you're being asked to take a pause and look inward and get very present. Getting very present is like one of the main themes of this reading. I've been hearing it so strong all morning. Getting present, getting grounded, getting present, taking a break, right? Turning it off. I don't know what turning it off means. Some of you need to stay off your phone. Some of you need to turn off social media, turn off the TV. Get into nature, eat some nourishing food. Some of you are being asked to eat less like, I don't know, eat less of something. If you're eating a lot of something, like take a break from that. I'm getting that very strong. But let's see what's coming for this collective with these changes and these transformations that are happening right now. There's a very exciting energy. Like I said, these transformations are to align you with your passions. And whoever's watching this and you feel kind of lost and confused of like you don't know what to do or you don't know what direction to go in or what step to take, you're being asked to pause and get present because you're being asked to align with your passion. Yeah, you're being asked to align with your passion. There's a new beginning that's coming for everyone in this collective. Whether you've already started and you're already in the new beginning, or you're like right now taking a pause and a break to see what would be of the best fulfillment for you. It's to align you with your passion and your purpose. And the thing about this that most people don't recognize is that it's by being your true self that you align with that. Like, there's nothing that you have to do or change about yourself, although making positive changes is going to align you more fully with your true self. That's why we do any kind of inner work, right? But ultimately, it's about reclaiming all parts of who you are and accepting everything about yourself so that you can align with the passion and the purpose that's already within you. I'm seeing the red thread. So there's this kind of myth that, is not really a myth, but it's a myth. And it's like the red thread of your purpose that runs through your entire life, right? From the start of when you were born. So like through your childhood, in your younger years, Page of Swords popping out, in your younger years, and even running through your benevolent ancestral lineage. So like, for example, if you love to dance and dancing was something that you always did as a kid and it was something that was always there, it was always like a big part of your life. If you looked back at your ancestry, you'd probably find that some of your ancestors were dancers and that was like a part of their resilience, right? That was a part of their purpose. That was a part of what brought them alive, right? What brought them into their passion. And many of you, if not all of you, are being asked to align with this red thread at this time. So that's why you're being asked to get quiet, get present, get curious, right? What is the red thread for you? And it's going to look different for everyone. but I'm just, there's an extremely exciting energy in the air. Yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles popping out, there is a new beginning that's here. There's a complete new experience of life that is coming for you. And the thing about this too, that I'm hearing very clearly, is that you can't avoid this. Like some of you think like, oh, yeah, this is my passion and my purpose, but I need to pay my bills, so I'm gonna go on this other path, even though this other thing is calling to my heart and my spirit. You feel like you have to go in the other direction. You feel like you have to. There's this have to. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. I don't have a choice. That's a very strong energy that's coming through. And for those of you who are gonna go on that path, right, you're not gonna listen to your passion. You're not gonna listen to your heart. You're not gonna listen to your soul's calling in the direction it's calling you, even if it's confronting 11:11. I just saw 11:11. You're gonna get the other job, right? You're gonna apply for the other job. You're gonna do like the conventional kind of path, right? The path doesn't really light you up, but it's like, I have to do this, right? For some reason. And what I'm hearing is, even if you go on that path, that's fine. And you can choose to do that. But eventually you're going to be aligned with your soul's purpose. Like there's no getting out of the passion that's calling you at this time. And the thing about this era that we're in this age of Aquarius, we're in this time where humanity is shifting. There's a mass frequency shift that's going on. There's a mass timeline shift in consciousness that's going on. And those of you who are aligned and being called into your soul's truth, into your heart, into the direction and the passion and the purpose that's alive within your soul, you are being called there because you are chosen. 12:12. Because you are chosen. And it's not to say that like some people are chosen and some people are not chosen, but if you're listening to this and you're at this point, 12:22, you know, it's like you already know on some level. You already know on some level whether or not your soul is going to let you rest, right? Whether your soul is going to let you live your purpose or not live your purpose, right? So those of you who are called into your soul's purpose, it's like there's no getting out of it at this point. And the thing about it is, when you follow and listen to your soul's purpose and go in that direction and take those small baby steps, small tolerable steps in the direction of your soul's purpose, it unfolds and unfurls and leads to a complete different reality that you can't see right now, that you could never have predicted, right? That you could have never have even imagined with your own two eyes. Because that's the thing about following your spiritual path, is that spirit is orchestrating things behind the scenes. Spirit is working their magic behind the scenes. Your benevolent spirit team, your benevolent ancestral team, all of the people in the unseen realm who protect you and guide you all the time, they're always working with you. So when you take a step, right, but you have free will. So when you take a step in the direction that your soul, that your heart is calling you towards, even if it doesn't make sense to everyone else in your life, or even to like the limiting part of you, right, that will always be asked to confront those limiting parts of us, right, on the path of following your soul's purpose. When you take a step in that direction, spirit works things out in ways that you could never even comprehend or understand. So for many of you, you're being asked, you're being invited into a new level of faith, a new level of trust. And this trust, this faith, and taking these small baby steps in the direction of your heart and your soul's calling, even when you can't see the future, even when you can't see what's in front of you, even when you don't know what's coming next, right? Especially then, that's when you're called into this state of presence, right? Being the eye of the storm, just like we started at the beginning of this reading. Having the faith, having the trust, and continuing to move forward, this is what leads to your abundance. This is what leads to your security. This is what leads to your stability. And if you're watching this reading, you are aligning with your stability and your security now, and your angels and your ancestors want you to know that you are. 444, I saw 1444. You're being asked to have faith and to trust during this time. When all these changes are happening, it can feel very overwhelming, like I said. So get present, anchor your frequency, anchor your energy. You are being called You're being called, like you're being called forward into this next step. And for those of you who are trusting the steps and you're anchoring into this faith and you're anchoring into this presence, it's only fulfillment and abundance that's coming for you. It's only fulfillment and abundance that's coming for you. And with the Seven of Swords and the Emperor popping out, you're choosing your thoughts very carefully during this time, whoever I'm speaking to. And this is a time to get very intentional about your thoughts. So get present, do some meditations, align with your intuition, align with your grounded, anchored presence rooted in your body, nourish your body, take care of your body. And remember that you attract. You don't have to go running after things. You attract. I'm going to get one last card. I'm actually going to pull an oracle card to close this. But these changes that are happening, they're so exciting. And this is like, I don't even have words. I'm going to pull an oracle from this Lightworker Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild. The changes that are happening right now are for your highest good. Whatever is being pulled out of your life at this time, it's meant to align you with your passion and your purpose. And for some of you, that feels very scary. And that makes total sense, right? Sometimes it can feel very confronting and scary when we are being called into that next level of trust and faith and surrender, right? Because then our ego freaks out and thinks it needs to control everything and looks for the next thing it can control, right? That's why so many of us will never align fully. And I don't want to say never, but so many people won't align with their soul's calling, won't align with their true spirit passion, their true heart's passion, that red thread, that dharmic dharma, right? Dharma being your soul's purpose. That true alignment of dharma with your soul, with spirit, because it is confronting. It requires them to confront their own fears and insecurities and indoctrinated limitations and shadows. 1717 on the timer, if that's significant for someone. So if you're watching this reading, know that you are aligning with your highest timeline, and all of the transformations that are happening right now are to align you more fully with your passion and your purpose. And everything in your life is changing for the better. Like your life is about to look completely different. Again, March 15th, 3 to 6 months, and a year from now. And these could even just be landmarkers. Like on March 15th, something is like, there's like a revelation. I'm hearing revelation, or like a moment where you look around and you're like, wow, everything is changing. And the thing about it too is like, you're going to be celebrating yourself because you're like, I've been making changes. Like whoever I'm speaking to, you've been making changes. And you're like, I manifested this. Like it wasn't just you, and you're going to be so grateful and you're going to be so happy and just giving great gratitude, and you're going to be humble. The thing about you too, it's like whoever I'm reading for, you're very humble. You're very humble. So you're going to be giving thanks and giving gratitude to your spirit guides and your angels and your ancestors and God and the goddess and the great mother, right? And whoever you pray to, spirit, the universe, you're going to be giving thanks to them, but you're going to be like, I fucking did it. Like, you're going to be like, I did this. Like, and they want you to celebrate yourself. Your spirit team, God, the great mother, they want you to realize your power. Like, they want you to know that you're created in their image, that you are created as a divine child of the universe, as a divine child of God. And so when your life looks completely different in just a few short weeks, months, or years' time, because remember, it's going to be different for everyone. So of course, use your discernment when you're watching these readings. You'll know, right? You'll kind of know, right? If you're in the middle of a big transformation right now, in 3 weeks on March 15th, you're going to be like, holy, like everything is different. For some of you in 3 to 6 months, you're going to be like, wow, everything is changing and everything looks different. And in a year, it's like you're going to be a completely different person. You're going to be a completely different person on a completely different timeline, in a completely different situation, with completely different people. And like, you're going to be in a completely different energy is what I'm hearing. And it's because you're trusting your passion and your purpose, and you're manifesting changes. Like, you are making changes, whoever I'm reading for. So Spirit, can we just get one oracle card to close for this exciting transformation that's happening in the lives of this collective. Thank you, Spirit. I'm also hearing integrity, so I don't know if maybe someone's being called into a deeper level of integrity. I'm hearing called to tell your story. Some of you might be called to tell your story. and truth. I just keep hearing integrity and truth, like telling the truth. So if some of you have some truth to tell, I'm hearing tell someone you love them. I don't know if that is resonating with anyone, but that's going to be for like a specific group of people. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh. Just going to pull one more. Ooh, interesting. These are very Aquarius cards, and we're still in Aquarius season. Okay. We have number 24, initiation by air. These cards are so beautiful. And number 19, an invitation to connect. So yeah, some of you are really being called into your presence to connect with spirit, get really present, connect with yourself. Allow your body, mind, heart, and spirit to align, to get present. And there's this level of faith and trust that you're being initiated into right now. As you trust the changes, as you trust the initiations, as you trust the timing. 2121, I just saw on the timer. Look at his heart being burst open. So I'm going to read the little, these are long descriptions. So I'm just going to read the beginning of them to just give you like a little closing message here. But trust that you are being initiated right now, and these transformations are for your highest good. They're for your highest good to connect you even more fully to yourself and to your passion and your purpose, that fire, right? I split the deck to initiation by fire. So fire is your passion and your purpose. Okay. Initiation by air. You have a strong and powerful mind. The mind can be a great asset. It can bring comfort, peace, and strength as you take your spiritual journey. It can also be a dark and destructive force, undermining your power, making you doubt your own heart and keeping you trapped in fear. The mind, developed without a loving spiritual practice, can be a frightened weapon rather than a liberating sword. How will you choose to use your mind power? This is going back to what we were saying before about some of you feeling like you have to do something, right? It's like your ego and your mind are like, I can't control what's happening, right? So you kind of like scramble to control. You scramble to like grasp onto something that you can control during this time. And you're being asked to use the power of your mind. And this is where the Page of Swords was coming out. This is a new start with your mind. This is learning how to use your mind in a new way. But the thing about the Page is they're not a master yet. They're still learning how to use the power of their mind. So for those of you who feel like your mind is working against you right now, like your thoughts are not supporting the path of your passion, of your purpose, of your heart's desires, of your heart's calling, like it's making you feel like you don't have enough, or like you have to go in a certain other direction that's not aligned with your spirit's calling, your heart's calling, your creative calling, you're being asked to think new thoughts and to get really present. Because when you get present, you become the eye of the storm. You can see clearly with your third eye. You can see clearly with your third eye, and you can recognize when a thought is serving you or when it's not serving you. And the thing about the mind is there's no right or wrong. You get to choose. So are you choosing thoughts that are supporting your path, or are you falling into unconscious fears and thoughts and limitations, right? You're being asked to get very present right now so that you can consciously become a master manifester with your thoughts. Okay. Number 19, an invitation to connect. Let's see what this one says. Love exists throughout our universe. Many loving beings that do not belong to the human race exist in worlds beyond the earthly realm. Among these are those who are aware of the spiritual plight of humanity and are willing and able to help us move forward. Unlike those who close their minds because they fear the unknown, you have an open mind and an open, receptive heart. Beings from other worlds recognize you as a receptive channel for their unconditionally loving assistance in this world. You will both benefit from this individually and help the planet, so you are being offered an invitation to connect. And again, this is what I was saying about getting present, connecting to your spirit team, your ancestors, your angels, 2444 as I look up on the timer. You're being asked to connect to the beings that support you, spirit, God, the Great Mother, beyond the seen realms. Because like I said, when you take one small step to connect, they're there waiting for you, right? They're there waiting for you. So you're really being asked to connect to them at this time. I'm going to end the reading there, but I'm just going to pull one more card. I feel like we need to pull one more card. Ooh, power of the divine masculine. Okay, I'm just going to read this one, this little blip. Power of the divine masculine. An empowering energy seeks expression from within. It wishes to free you from confusion, paralysis, and stagnancy. Remember what we were saying before? It seeks to stir you into consciously chosen action, greater discipline, and focus. It's time to end the frustration of repeating old patterns. You are ready to break through into a new way of life. Feel inspired, be energized, and focus on your dreams and desires. Take steps to manifest them on the physical plane. Believe your success is inevitable. Again, you're being asked to align with your passion and your purpose at this time. You're being asked to align with your passion and your purpose at this time to clear the distractions, clear the noise, get centered, get clear in your inner king, in your inner emperor, in your inner divine masculine. Like we had the emperor coming out before. Oh, I'm just looking at how the tarot cards are connecting to these oracle cards. So we have the Seven of Swords connecting to the using your thoughts to support the direction you're going in. Yeah, and the Emperor, you're being initiated into trusting your own direction and cutting out everything else, using your mind to support you in the direction and taking action, because that is what's going to transform your life, right? Spirit is going to pour miracles into you and support you and create a reality that is extremely exciting that you can't see yet, but you are initiating changes, right? You are initiating changes. You're being asked to remember and reclaim the power that you carry to enact change in your life, to be the vessel for unconditionally loving energy in your own life, in your own heart, in your own body, that you then become the vessel for that in the world. All right? Big changes are here. Big transformations are happening. Get clear, get quiet, get present, align with that clarity that comes from that place, that spiritual guidance. Have faith. Trust the direction you're being called and take action, because your life is about to look extremely different. And if you're already doing this, then congratulations. Congratulations. Everything is about to look completely different. Your life is about to completely change. So trust your path, have faith. I love you so much. One-on-one readings are available to book in my bio. I'll put the link in the description box below if you'd like one of them. When you book a personal reading, just have patience. I usually reach out within 24 to 48 hours to pick your date. I usually require 2 weeks out for your date, so we can pick a date via email once you book. One-on-one psychic readings. I also offer somatic sessions if you're looking for some support with healing, healing trauma, relationally, personally, and all that good stuff. All other offerings are in the link in my description. And that's it. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe also. It would help me so much. All right, thank you so much. Bye.